Asmongold plays the worst games. And I don't just mean idle games. I mean the big ones too, the massive, grind-heavy, time-devouring beasts like World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, and every MMO under the sun. They're not the worst because they're bad games. They're the worst because they demand everything from you. Your time, your attention, your life, and they give you back just enough dopamine to keep you logging in tomorrow. And yet, somehow, the Roach King himself makes them watchable. In fact, he makes them thrive. Here's the difference. A game like Mario 64 or Need for Speed is pure fun. You boot it up, you jump around, you race, you laugh, you feel the rush. And then it's over. It's candy, sweet, sharp, short. But Asmon doesn't want candy. He wants the buffet. World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, idle games, they're not candy bars. They're 12-course meals that never end. You chew, and somehow the plate keeps refilling itself. That's the paradox. The shorter, faster games are fun but fleeting. The endless games are exhausting, but they never run out. And that's what Asmongold lives on. When you've played as much as Asmongold, the fun part of games starts to fade. Boss fights get easier, quest chains blur together, and every MMO looks like the last one. But grind-heavy games, they never end. They always dangle the next number, the next boss, the next unlock. That's why he can farm legendaries in Diablo 4 for 10 hours straight or spend entire weeks grinding out a mount in WoW. It's not about immediate fun. It's about having an infinite stage to stream from. The game is the wallpaper. Asmon is the art. And here's the funny part. It's kind of gluttonous, isn't it? He makes fun of fat people all the time, but nobody consumes content quite like Asmongold consumes grind. It's the same instinct, just pointed at games instead of food. Devouring endlessly, always going back for more. The man is a content binge in human form.
Now, Asmon always says it's about having fun, and he means it. But here's the paradox. The games he gravitates toward are often the least fun in the traditional sense. They're work, they're chores, they're progress bars masquerading as adventures. So why does he do it? Because the grind gives him something more valuable than fun. It gives him space. He can rant, react, debate, argue, laugh, all while the numbers creep up in the background. The fun isn't the bar filling. The fun is what happens around it. Grind-heavy games, idle games, MMOs, Diablo 4 builds work because they use casino logic, variable rewards. You never know when the loot will drop, so you keep playing. You never know when the boss will finally die, so you keep trying. It's the same hook that keeps gamblers pulling levers. The only difference is, instead of quarters, you're feeding hours of your life into the slot machine. Sometimes money too, if you're unlucky enough to buy gems or boosts. It's terrible game design, but it's perfect for a streamer like Asmongold, because the less the game gives, the more space he has to fill with himself. But that's the secret. Asmongold doesn't play the worst games because he thinks they're fun. He plays them because they never end. Because they give him a stage big enough to fill with rants, laughs, arguments, and chaos for 12 hours at a time. The grind is just background noise. The real content is him. That's why people tune in. Not for the loot, not for the quests, not for the progress bars. They tune in to watch a man take the endless buffet of digital nothingness and turn it into entertainment. And in that sense, he's not wasting his time at all. He's proving something every other streamer has forgotten. It's not the game that matters. It's the player. So yeah, Asmongold plays the worst games, but he makes them the best content. And that's the paradox of the Roach King. The worse the game, the better the show.
That's the rollback. Is Asmon wasting time or making it watchable? Comment below and subscribe before he spends another stream adjusting eyebrow sliders.
Fuck!